Hey guys, welcome to another WoW Weekly with Myst. For this week's events, it's a pretty chill week. So the weekly is World Quests, the PvP Brawl is Packed House, and Dark Moon Fair will be going on all the way till August 12th. So good week to be leveling, going after rap, and all that. Our first piece of news has to do with the Corsage pack. This one has stirred up the community a bit the past week because, well, honestly, I don't even know. Because as far as the community is concerned, the reason is because they said they would never put it on the store. I'm just going to say, as someone who reports on news every week, and I'm even surprised that some of the other people that report on news every week thought the same thing as the rest of the community. But they never said that. They never said they were not putting it on the store. All that was said was that it wouldn't go on the store singly. Like, you wouldn't be able to buy it like you buy a WoW token. It would be in a bundle pack. As far as what kind of bundle packs, honestly, I guess this kind of bundle pack makes sense. In my eyes, I was thinking more like when you buy a mount or a pet, or, you know, a new expansion comes out. Or, you know, when the virtual ticket comes out for BlizzCon, it would be part of that. But honestly, this makes more sense because this Corsage thing is a transmog on the trading post. So yeah, it makes more sense to have the trading post currency in a bundle pack that is with something you get off the trading post. So yeah, so for starters, this, like, well, one, you never need to buy anything off the store if you don't want to. But two, you don't even have to feel like you need to, because you can gain trader in-game, and these Corsage transmog pieces, they're on the trading post. Basically, when you see it on the shop, though, it's going to be at least a few months before you see it on the trading post. For me, considering it's just $5, it wasn't a big deal. The only thing that I have to say really about this is, while it's not a big deal, I would have rather just see them put the full currency in, like, you know, sell, I don't know, 500, 1,000, 2,000. I would rather see that, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason is because what if you don't want this transmog, but you want the 200 trader tender? You're getting ripped off. 200 for $5 in pretty much every other game. 100 currency is $1. That's how it's valued. So realistically, if you just wanted trader tender for $5, you should be getting 500 trader. I get that this is a bundle pack and you're getting a transmog too, but most people buying this bundle pack aren't buying it for the Corsage, they're buying it for the trader. And I just think that, like, even if you decided to put it at the side of this, you know, you could have the bundle packs be the limited time thing that, you know, expires at the end of the month, and then have a separate other system, kind of like the WoW token, where you can buy the trader tender whenever you want. I personally would like to see something like that. I know I'm alone with, you know, every other YouTuber talks about how they shouldn't put it on the store at all. I've often been a don't waste your time type person, you know, like, there's a lot of things to do in WoW. There's a lot of other games to play. Sometimes I just want to log in, get my trader stuff, and then log out, you know? And being capped to our normal 1,000, it's been a little different for July and August, but that's only July and August. We're going to be back to 1,000 being the cap soon. So yeah, that's just my thought on it. So those that are upset that it's on there, like, don't be. They said it was going to go on there. Like, these people who are saying that, oh, they said they would never bring it. Like, clearly you were not paying attention, because they never said that. They said that it was going to be in bundle packs instead. So yeah, I find it very hilarious how, you know, the people that I hear say that are other YouTubers. You know, it's like, you're supposed to be getting your info straight, people. You know, like you more than anyone are supposed to be putting out the proper information out there. And it's, yeah, it just boggles my mind every time when it's actually another YouTuber, you know, more or less covering news that I hear say that. So I'm just going to be that person, you know, that person who does look into every little bit of info, reads between the lines, and reads the fine print. The fine print is that they always said it was going to be in bundle packs. We just didn't know what bundle packs that was going to be, and well, now we do. Personally, if they keep it at $5, I see no harm in it. It's really, if you're going to have like some $20 bundle pack, and it's got like 500 currency and then some transmog you don't even want. Like that's where there might be more of an issue. But if they keep it at $5 and keep it at these like mini transmogs, we should be good. One thing I will say before we end the topic for this, though, is that Blizzard should know better. You know, they should know that even if you did say it was going to be in a bundle pack, people are going to twist that shit around, especially YouTubers, because, you know, negativity is what grows a YouTuber on, you know, on YouTube. And the shit that gets clicks is hate towards Blizzard. And I'm just going to say, Blizzard, you knew people were going to be upset. You should have just went all in. Now, you know, we know damn well one day trader tender is going to be a single currency. We know that. And if you don't, then you're probably a new player. Like, or you don't, you're not familiar with how they work their shop. But one day they will have that, and now they're going to have to piss us off twice, right? Like, my motto is, and I do this in real life when it comes to like giving people bad news and stuff. It's like, if you got 2 pieces of bad news, don't break it up into 2 different days. Like, just give them all, like, it's going to be a bad day for them anyway. Just lay it all out. Give them all the fucking bad news all in one shot. And then, you know, one day they're pissed at you and then you move on. You know? And that is what Blizzard should have done. You knew they were going to get mad. You know, you could have put the bundle pack up there still if you wanted to sell the bundle pack, but also a section where people can just buy the currency, because you're going to save yourself so much grief down the road. So that's all I got to say on that one. Moving on to the Solemn Watchman's Garb. So this is another thing that appeared on the shop. Showed up basically with that bundle pack. And this is a $15 item, and it's a transmog that is available on the trading post. You won't see it for at least a few months since it's on the store. But both this and that bundle pack that we were just talking about with the trader currency, they are both available till the end of the month. Okay, so since we're talking about the trading post, let's go over the rewards. So we have the Spirit of Competition pet. This is 650 trader tender. The Ethereal Transmogrifier. And this is 500 trader tender. The Alabaster mounts. This is a shop item, so many of us probably have them. But if you didn't buy them off the shop, they are 650 trader tender. Ancestral Cleft Hoof is 650 trader tender. So those are basically like the really good ones. Highlighted those first since they are, you know, pets, toys, mounts. We have some shields here, you know, and gloves, Some more capes with the hoods. The Azir Scalesworn longbow is back. I actually got that for my hunter in February. That was part of the very first trading post. Which brings us to my next comment, and that is that we are starting to see things returning. I thought it would take a year, but I guess, you know, half a year. Because I'm also pretty certain we saw these crescents. I don't think we ever saw the Azir one. That one looks new. But I do recognize the Crimson. Aquamarine Bulwark and Split Blade. And then the Ruby, you know, same thing, Bulwark and Split Blade. Crown of Eternal Winter and Hood of Hungering Darkness. Those are 2 items that were also shop items. And the Blade of Brutal Sacrifice. And then Fury of the Firelord is another one that I bought during the first trading post as well. So yeah, 2 of February's items are in this month's list. And then, of course, there's this month's bonus reward, which is Bones of the Blood Hunter. So that is the list for the trading post. I have not done all my trading post tasks yet because I've been in Disney lately. But I will probably have a video with me doing that and purchasing and all that. Yeah, I'll probably have that out this week sometime, maybe towards the weekend. So we did get a sneak peek on upcoming trading post items that will occur between the months of September and December, and they are transmog type rewards. So listed for September, we have the Paladin Plate of the Light Avenger set, the Priest Silk of the Unnamed Cult set, and the Rogue's Blood Onyx uniform. There's also some Paladin weapons that look pretty badass. I have always loved that hammer, like the design of it. I have a couple of transmogs involving that, so yeah. There's also some priest weapons and some rogue weapons. So yeah, September is definitely looking like it's going to focus on Paladin, Priest, and Rogue. October, the theme is going to be Death Knight, Demon Hunter, and Druid. So the Death Knight armor set is the Web Serenite Exoskeleton. The Demon Hunter set is Nethreza Blasphemer's Flames. And then the Druid set is Ashamane's Vestment of Rebirth. Here's the Death Knight weapons. Here's the Demon Hunter weapons. And here's the Druid weapons. In November, the theme will be Warlock, Monk, and Warrior. So the Warlock set is the Jewels of the Alluring Call. The Monk set is called Possessed Watcher Guys. And the Warrior set is called Savage Champions Trophies. These are the Monk weapons. And I really like that flower one on the left there. Very cool. Warlock weapons. And warrior weapons. And then December, they're going to finish it off with the rest of the classes. So we have Evoker, Hunter, Mage, and Shaman. Evoker will get Scales of the Silver Hoarder. Hunter gets Hornstrider Warrior's Camouflage. The Mage will get Battle Magister's Regalia. And the Shaman will get Imminence of Kragwa's Executor. These are the Evoker weapons. And this is the Hunter weapons. Mage weapons. And Shaman weapons. So yeah, that's not bad. Not bad. I liked some of the weapons. I am extremely picky with Transmog, though. Like, you know, yeah. It takes a lot to please me when it comes to Transmog. But overall, not a bad group of items. Okay, so next up we have just a couple of things that I want to talk about having to do with 1017. So we did find out that in 1017, we will have a return of the Turbulent Timeways Timewalking event. So we've seen this before. This is where they did like 6 weeks consecutive of Timewalking that would award high-end gear. So we will have that returning, and it will award you heroic version Aberris raid loot. So yeah, that will come with the 1017. So that'll be sometime after that. And then the other thing I'd like to mention has to do with some old engineering goggles. I always loved the engineering goggles. I have my rogue who pretty much has never known any other head transmog. Yeah, I've just always worn the goggles, and it helps that my rogue is engineer, so yeah. And a lot of the time I was always like soulbound, right? So like you had to be an engineer to wear them for the most part. I believe things are different now. I know my druid's worn some goggles, but like back in the earlier days, you pretty much couldn't even have that transmog unless you were an engineer. So here is some. So this is the chromatically calibrated ectoplasmic specs. And then this is the retinal armor. And I absolutely love the purple ones. Yeah. The purple and blue. And that is such a cool combo to choose because those are like my 2 favorite colors together. You know, purple and blue. Yeah. Green cranial cannon. And then some bio-optic kill shades. And then the last grouping is some hologogs. So basically, previous goggle appearances are going to be now available for all armor types, and you unlock it through crafting achievements. So you can see these are the achievements here, and yeah, you'll just craft each one of those, and then you can see there's the reward that you get from that. So you'll get the ensemble reward. And yeah, so you'll need to learn the appearances on an engineer, but then they'll be available to wear on non-engineer characters, kind of like I was saying in the beginning of this, how it's always been kind of locked to being an engineer. And yeah, so very cool. There's a lot of cool goggles in there. Okay, so for Myst's weekly update. For this week, I did accomplish one thing in WoW, which was actually unintentional. I was running my mount farms, and as you guys know, Nighthold is one, like, you know, I've had the red mount for a really long time, but the green one never wants to drop. So Nighthold has just been a mount farm forever. And I did loot the Grimoire inscription. This whole time I was like thinking that you had to be on your warlock to do it, right? So even when I looted it, I wasn't even super happy because I was like, oh fuck, I looted it on the wrong character and it's soulbound. Like I wasn't even thinking about the fact that it was just inscription. I think what like gets me a lot of the time is, you know how you see it in red? Class warlock, and then it's like in red. It's like, yeah, it's in red because I'm on a druid, but sometimes that like, you know, I look at that wrong, you know, and just think that you can't use it unless you're on a warlock, right? And they used to have stuff like that. Like there was like, must be a mage, but also must be engineer, you know? There was items like that back in the day. So yeah, anyway. Got that, so I learned it. I haven't really made it yet. The unfortunate part is the character that I would want it on is actually on a different server. But I guess I could just, you know, toss my warlock on this server, the item, I guess. Gotta look into it, see if it's like account bound, if one warlock uses it, if all the barber shops across the board have it. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. As far as mount runs go, we got nothing again this week, so yeah. And then in last week's video, I did mention that my focus was going to be Disney Dreamlight Valley this week because the Star Path was ending on the weekend. So this footage here is from Friday night. Yeah. So Friday night, I bought all the items except for the Moonstone. But on Saturday, I logged in and there was a few more thorns because that was the task I was on, but there wasn't enough for the day. So yeah, logged in on Saturday, got the rest of the thorns, and I was able to buy the last batch of Moonstone. So the Star Path is done, and yeah, we got all our goodies and all that. So happy about that. So that concludes this week's news. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.